games industry has ever received, if anything. Because regardless of what you feel about like cosmetic DLCs, the fact that game developers managed to start making more money has just enabled all, like, probably the majority of games that came afterwards. I would rather live in this world where we have cosmetics than live in the world where the games industry is 10% of what it is right now. And the biggest game ever released would still just be like Baldur's Gate 2 or whatever. Oh. I'd be okay if I got to pick the which 10% survives. Well, I mean, the 10% would just be like it's not like we would have like Elden Ring at that point. You would have like demon souls, and that would be it. You would just have the original demon souls, right? It's not that you would have 10%. It's not that you would have 10% of the games they are now. It's that the games you would have would be 10% of what they are now. Because ultimately, the ability to get more revenue from games is what leads to the ability to make better games, right? Like, the failure of the equation around DLC usually is that fact. It's the fact that, like, while a lot of the money being made with the games isn't going to, like, John, game developer that works for, you know, as a Q&A tester for EA, that money is still going into the games industry as a whole, right? And it gives value to the industry.
Everyone buried here died in 1677. A previous epidemic?
So because the industry is so big, investors feel more comfortable putting more money into it. And then we open better tools that people can use to make video games with. The indie market would not be what it is today without... like people look at stuff like Stardew Valley, and they're like, oh wow, look at Stardew Valley, no additional purchases. Like, Stardew Valley wouldn't exist without additional purchases. The fact that Stardew Valley doesn't have it is whatever. Like, the fact that just without additional purchases, it would just not exist. Concord investors, yeah, I mean, it happens.
A memory lingers here. I might be able to reveal it.
From a ritual. Even for stuff like Conqueror, though, it might not be a complete loss. Because even if a game fails, you might be able to invent new technologies and things like that you could then sell. Banishers can perform rituals. The nature of the site determines which rituals should be performed. Performing a ritual consumes resources, even if you select an incorrect ritual. Oh, cool! To reveal the memories, you need to perform a hearkening ritual. Banishers can perform rituals. The nature of... Oh. That's just the Star Citizen grift? Wait, what's the grift there that they're inventing new technologies? Hearkening, manifest. This ritual helps one to tune into a fading but persistent memory left by a lingering ghost through completing words carving or drawing of the Leo constellation. By compelling, okay. Using or knowing the tie that binds a ghost to the incarnate is generally unnecessary. Such a ritual may be channeled through compelling words, carving, or drawing of the Taurus constellation. Summon a scourge. Sustained through a compelling words, carving, or drawing of the Aquila constellation, this ritual will force all types of scourges, harvesters, rage, sorrow, to reveal themselves. They're selling a server meshing BS. I don't know. The Star Citizen stuff is stupid, but what can you do? I don't think Concord in particular has any, like, crazy technology they invented. But you can look at stuff like Shadow of War, right? Where they have that Nemesis system that they copyrighted that I don't think they've ever used again. They're stopping other people from using for some reason. Forspoken list was tech time. I want to play Forspoken at some point.
Mixing pyrite with those plants I found should work. In each stain hides a story.
In the name of the Lord, I command you. Be gone from this place!
You do not command me, clergyman.
Who are you, ghost? Unveil yourself!
Well, since you ask so politely...
Who are you?
I am everything you've ever feared.
I am
Be gone!
innocence.
You have no shell, no ties, no purpose.
No, but neither do you.
Where's his book at? Did he bury it? Oh, it's right here.
Damn it. That...
Trying to make the spirit manifest, he failed. Well, seems like he didn't fail at all. Seems like he very much succeeded.
thing he faced. What was it?
Charles' Bible found half buried in the mud of the cemetery. It's opened at Job 7:13:15. 13. When I say, my bed shall comfort me, my couch shall ease my complaints. 14. Then thou scarest me with dreams. Okay, so this is... You read this. So that my soul chooses strangling and death rather than my life. This tie is doused with the essence of Charles' ghost. After a closure performed by Anatea, the bond between ghost and world will be severed for good.
The tie that binds his ghost. With it, I can make him manifest. Back to his grave, then.
Whoever wrote the game must have really liked the Book of Job. This is my favorite Bible verse. I like the Book of Jorbs. I don't know if that's weird. What is this? The way I like gather stuff gives me a little bit like survival game vibes, and not in a bad way, in like a good way. I am innocence. First it was a spectre to appear. That's I want to manifest, right?
Now is a good time for we old friends to talk. We've come too far, Red and I, not to see you one last time. Your pupil has become the master. If we fight,
I like her hand tattoo.
I'll beat you. Come on, Charles. Join me now. I know you're here.
Ah, there,
I know
mister.
you're here. You know me, Ghost. I only wish to talk. Esther worries.
Antea. Here. At last. Oh, poor Esther. I'm so sorry, my friend. So sorry for us all.
What happened? What's going on here?
Sad to say, dear friend. I made a mistake. And it cost me my life. Is Red with you? There is no time to waste.
Why did you not wait for our help?
Why did you not wait for our help?
The threat was rising. Despair growing. There were so many dead, Antea. So much sickened flesh.
Wouldn't it be Auntie?
So many afflicted souls. There was no more time.
I don't know how this curse began.
Do you know how this curse began?
What prompted it, I do not know. Nor do I know when.
Hi there, mister.
Many months
there,
ago,
Mia.
certainly. But I do know this. This nightmare chose New Eden for a reason.
So, a ghost.
This one is different. Implacable. Very clever. Many magnitudes more ferocious than a spectre. And just as relentless.
I remember seeing trailers for this game. I said it's good so far. I mean, we're just at the beginning of the game still. We've been playing for probably like an hour and a half, give or take. Plus, I've been rambling at chat. So, good introduction so far. Seems it's about what I would expect from the game. You're looking for like a God of War-ish RPG, AA. That's kind of where I'm at right now.
Before you died, you investigated the curse. What did you learn?
That our enemy is deceptive and merciless. That we should not underestimate its power.
We?
I am dead, dearest Antea. But I am a Banisher yet. I may still teach you.
If I allow you, which I do not.
Antea, do not repeat my mistakes. If a nightmare curses New Eden, you need all the help you can get. Its presence felt strongest in the meeting house. Perhaps the light of God there forced it to fight its ground. I had the building closed. The worst of the malevolence is contained, but it won't stay locked up for long.
Will banish this ghost? Aren't nightmares a myth?
I thought nightmares were a myth.
A nightmare is the rarest of ghosts. A powerful, insidious spirit, birthed by tragedy most dreadful.
How do I banish it?
There is meager wisdom in the texts. What little there is says it cannot be banished at all.
If it's a ghost, I can't banish it. You took notes, I suppose? Where might I find them?
They vanished. In the days before my death. Perhaps I mislaid them. Which is not like me. If you find them, read them carefully. Perhaps I missed something. Something important.
We'll banish this
We'll
ghost.
banish it, Red and I. Our good friend's death shall not go unpunished.
Be warned. This nightmare is too angry to be persuaded. And too powerful to be destroyed.
Your death pains us greatly. Your return pains me too.
I know. For my part, I'm glad to have seen you one last time. To have had the chance to warn you.
How did this nightmare kill you?
How did this nightmare kill you?
I believed that I could come to the cemetery and make it manifest. To my initial delight, it worked. I now suspect it came by choice. It seemed amused, as if it were a pleasant game to weigh my measure as a man.
What did it look like?
What did it look like?
I don't know. When it manifested, it appeared as Esther. My dear Esther. I did not see its true face, but I heard a woman. Not Esther, someone else. She was laughing. I felt her gaze. My heart froze. I died. The spirit is vengeance pure. The ghost of one who was terribly wronged.
I've heard your warning. You can go.
No, I must remain. Esther needs my protection. My flock needs me too.
You know how this works. You know I won't allow that.
I am still myself, Antea. With time, I'll grow stronger. I can help you.
The longer you haunt Esther, the hungrier you'll be. You know this.
This is different. I'm the Reverend Charles Davenport, your friend and mentor. You know me. You know I am a good man.
I knew you. You were a good man. Now you are a ghost, and I cannot let that stand. But I swear it, the nightmare will end, and Red and I shall do the ending. Charles Davenport was a good man, and a fine mentor.
And you a fine student, though you took a hard line. I never could unpick that from your character. Has life tempered you since?
Life has tempered my steel. Death and the manner of it has made you the very thing you once opposed. Goodbye, Charles. Peace on your soul. Remembrance on your...
Antea, wait.
Wait for what? We're banishers. Death to the dead.
Let Esther choose for herself.
Oh, Lord. Please don't ask me to do that.
Esther, my good wife, and the very best. I miss you so.
Oh, dear Lord. Charles, why are you here? Why have you come back? You must leave. Please.
I must stay. I must protect you. The thing in the meeting house feeds on our torment. I should have known better. I know better now.
Antea, give Charlie the ascent he deserves.
Charles Davenport, you have no reason to stay. Go. Let Esther grieve in peace.
Save her, my friends. And save yourselves. Save them all.
That's a cool moment. Very cool from a world-building perspective for the Banishers.
I'll walk Esther home.
I'll do it. The women can talk.
Then all the way to the schoolhouse and make the bed. Charles is at rest now. Antea, she gave him the care he needed.
There ain't no something closer. Cool. Yeah, that stuff's really, really cool. I think that was a cool scene. It's cool from the Banishers world building perspective that presumably the idea in this, like it is often is with ghosts, is that the ghosts linger because they have some unfinished business. Then as a Banisher, your job is to deal with that. So you would presume that a Banisher would would know better than to try to remain as a ghost despite Charles's good intentions there, right? Then you can kind of tell that at the end that like his intentions weren't really necessarily good, maybe more selfish leaning. But even as a Banisher, he couldn't prevent himself from remaining after dying. Also seemed like there were, I guess, different ways. That's pretty standard for ghost busting. Yeah, but it's cool from the perspective of like the Banisher, the person, like the Ghostbuster is the one that like couldn't pass on, right? You know, there was something more he needed to do, despite the fact that obviously internally he would understand the hypocrisy of that, right? The hypocrisy of your entire life spent fighting ghosts, and you know, ghosts that for some reason needed to remain, and then you know when it's your turn to die, but now you have that thing. Now you are the one that you know, I just need to do this one more thing before I pass on, which is cool. I think that hypocrisy is cool. It did seem a little bit like the act of being a ghost probably corrupts you a little bit based on Charles there. He seemed pretty reasonable, but also a little bit out of reach. It also seemed like there were two ways you can banish ghosts, like either very forcefully or very peacefully. Like we convinced Charles to pass on peacefully there.
My Charles. Where do you think he is now?
He's... I don't know.
I miss the warmth of his hands. His calm presence in our house. If I close my eyes, I can picture him. He's in a place where sunlight chases the snow away. It is warm and there is fresh milk. The sheets are cleaned and pressed and folded. Nothing can ever be the matter.
You're right. He's at peace, and you deserve to rest.
Everything about how which heaven you get into is largely dependent on where you're born. I mean, the interesting thing about stories like this, right, is that the entire concept of heaven relies on the existence of a soul, and that's kind of that's the part where for me the concept of heaven falls apart, right? Because there's no evidence of the existence of a soul at all. You know, if we trap your body in like a chamber, we're not gonna see the energy leave your body to head up to heaven or go down to hell. But in this, presumably there is that type of energy, right? Like there is a soul. We were speaking to Charles's soul there. So at least it has some credence to that type of thing, right? Which is cool. We can be like, in this world, heaven could be a very real thing. Only because we can't see the fifth dimension yet. I mean, honestly though, entirely possible, right? No, it makes no sense, but honestly entirely possible. I think beyond everything, like if you want to look beyond all the arguments that anyone can make for or against heaven, if you want to look beyond all the things, beyond all the inconsistencies, all the crazy stuff, whatever arguments you have, I think the biggest argument always just be why would, like, why? You know what I mean? Like, if heaven is a thing, whatever heaven, let's say just whatever heaven, it can be any heaven that we've ever conceptualized. Why would we be in these bodies? Like, why would, like, what's that order of existence? For some reason, in order to get to heaven, we have to first exist in these. Why don't you start in heaven then? If heaven is supposed to be this eternal great place, right? Like, what's the purpose of that, first of all? And secondly, like, why us? Like, the assumption is that we go to heaven, but not everything else. At that point, wouldn't, like, bugs go to heaven? You know, every little being go to heaven, right? I feel like that's like the best argument against it. Unless we just assume everything goes to heaven, in which case, sure, but we're fertilizing dirt. Yeah, but they could just do that anyway, though. They do say dogs go to heaven, yeah. We're not cats, though, luckily.
I'm sorry. I'll miss him.
Barely. And they had a back door leading to the cemetery. That's kind of spooky.
Dearly, tomorrow we'll continue investigating the curse. Good night, Esther.
I am glad you are here. Both of you. We need you.
Your local Ghostbuster, yeah, just a little creepy. I found the turn around quickly button.
You should get some sleep. You'll need it.
When something strange in your neighborhood, who you gonna call? I could have maybe explored that room before. Was there some stuff about the food? Yeah. I hate this perpetual gloom, like, story arc, whatever you want to call it, though, where it's like, this is why we don't have to care about lighting in our game, because it's always the same time of day. We don't need to have a day-night cycle, because it's always the same time of day. If you see the moon though, right, maybe after sleep it's a little bit brighter. I would be shocked, but hey, they can surprise me. So far, very positive towards the game. Very, very positive. I would say it's like excelled my expectations for sure.
What now?
Especially in terms of this, like these dialogue bits are actually really good.
Thickskin fears you may give up. Will you?
I do not give up. But think on this. If the curse is God's punishment, should we not surrender? Thickskin's view is enviably simple.
Tell me about Thickskin.
Tell me about Thickskin.
I wish my men had half her temper. They'd be warriors and survivors all.
This is pretty much what vampires like. Okay.
Do you fear God's punishment?
Don't you?
Do you have bad dreams?
I hear the curse brings bad dreams. Do you have nightmares, sir?
Sir?
My sleep is mind to mind, as is my humour when I wake. On both businesses, I suggest you occupy yourself with your own.
What can you tell me about the meeting house?
Davenport closed it.
You sound surprised.
I am not. Do not go to the meeting house. Don't. And should I be in some way unclear, do not go to the meeting house.
I'll come back later.
I'll be here until I'm not.
Immediately goes to the meeting house, probably.
You again.
You again. Do you have bad dreams?
I hear some folk have been having nightmares. Are you amongst them?
Not I. I'm not one to be haunted by ghosts or what have you. I sleep silent and sound and have no dreams at all. Anyone who says different is a liar.
She's a bit sensitive about that, huh?
Can I ask you about the meeting house?
I never went there much. Davenport had ribbed me for it, but I'm not one for sitting. We'll stay away from the meeting house now. I suggest you do the same.
Well then, thank you for your help.
Aye.
Aye. Seems like a pretty solid game so far. I'm excited to keep playing this. I do honestly wish with the atmosphere of this game that they just made it darker. I think that could have been cool. And then they could have had like a torch or a lantern that you actually need to like hold and move around with. I mean, this torch doesn't really light up much. It doesn't really do much. I think that would have been a cool idea for it, for sure.
Yes?
About the curse.
What can you tell
You
me
can
about
always
the
turn down
curse?
the brightness now.
New Eden is scrutinized by God. Better days lie ahead if his servants remain humble and true.
Humble. I detect disapproval.
Do I detect a note of disapproval, Mr. Bachelor? I was hoping for a warmer welcome.
Oh, I don't doubt your honesty, nor your will to fight the devil. But we have prayed for salvation.
Alpha,
And,
up.
madam, without wishing to offend,
up.
you are no angel.
Hi. Oh yeah. Do you have bad dreams?
Do you have bad dreams, Mr. Bachelor?
You don't want to hear about those.
Punch up. Try me.
Try me.
In my sleep, chanting demons defile our precious meeting house and burn it to the ground. 2 poor souls are trapped inside. A man and a woman, screaming oaths and curses in strange tongues. I wake with a start and rush to the window. I am relieved to see the meeting house still standing.
Like Anatian Red?
Did you know the Reverend Davenport thought the meeting house haunted?
I did know that. To his shame, the late minister ended services and closed the meeting house. No wonder we are where we are.
And what do you think sits in the meeting house?
Miss, if the devil sits in our meeting house, it means that we, the people of New Eden, have failed to repudiate his works. Obviously.
Farewell, Mr. Bachelor, and you may wish us luck.
I shall not wish you luck. I shall wish you salvation.
These guys' outfits are so Bloodborne, am I right, guys? It's like they stole these outfits straight out of Bloodborne. Like, be a little bit more original. Ow. What is this? Flåklypa Grand Prix? As Banishers, we are no spiritual guides or inquisitors. We are ghost hunters for hire, specialized and sensitive crafters who train hard to protect the living through our rituals and knowledge about ghosts and specters. We are no cult. There is no hierarchy, nor established dogma among us. The most obvious reason why a Banisher becomes a Banisher is because he or she wants to protect the living from the dead. Whatever the reason, we are efficient, adaptive, and versatile. Our community is sparse and nomadic, just like our predecessors were. We wander the world in search of living victims of the dead, cleansing hauntings cases using techniques tried and trusted and honed by generations of masters and pupils, releasing or banishing the ghost, rarely blaming the living. Unlike puny sorcerers, we do not waste our time crafting enchanted rifles with the butt, barrel, and stock engraved with runes and other symbols of power for hunting specters or otherwise. Who would wish to depend on a single weapon? Instead, we bring our Bane powder, prepared according to recipes handed down from generation to generation, rendering any firearm capable of shooting and damaging a supernatural target, no matter what the ammunition. Effective, adaptive, versatile. Hope I get a gun. Our knowledge of alchemy and botany helps us selecting minerals and plants whose properties will support our work. We do not waste time in libraries or schoolrooms. We do not waste our time drawing, carving, or engraving complex circles of power, because what we gain in power or nuance, we lose twice as much or more in time, risking putting ourselves and those around us in unnecessary danger. Instead, a clever banisher carries stamps in wood or metal with which to mark a door, wall, or stone with the necessary symbol for the appropriate ritual. We do also wear rings upon our fingers with these symbols, so we always have a range of powerful runes close at hand, as it were. Efficient, adaptive, versatile. Thus we prevail, thus we fight, thus we send back the creeping dead where they are supposed to be. From the Death to the Dead by Balthasar H. Frenhofer. I feel like this reads... I mean... It reads like a manual almost, but also like a manual meant for someone that's not a banisher for some reason. Witchers, yeah, very, very, very Witcher-esque. Oh, for sure. Well, that's not necessarily bad though. I like Witcher stuff. I like a Witcher. I'm a fan of witches. Oh, is that my gun? No, that's my torch, right? I have an automatic lighting torch. I was thinking about that actually. That's cool.
We did the right thing. Charles was our friend.
I love you, Red McWraith.
But
But when it comes to ghosts, your heart makes you reckless. It's dangerous.
were you really about to banish Charles?
That wasn't Charles. Charles would have done the same.
Charles would have done the same for your ghost or mine.
Hope he'd have at least hesitated. Charles was a good man, full of love.
Banishing his ghost wouldn't have been easy, but it would have been right. Ghosts only bring misery, Red. Make no mistake, they steal life's essence from the living.
Aye. They don't always do it out of malice. Give them that.
Yeah, there's multiple ways to banish someone. The dead have no business with the living.
The dead have no business with the living.
Letting go is hard. Even for the dead. Ties bind fast.
And we are paid to cut the knot.
Would you banish me? If it came to it?
You'll not escape me so easy. You I would bring back from the dead.
That's not funny.
I'd fill you with fresh essence. I'd give you so much essence you'd return bloated with life.
Steal essence from the living to feed my ghost. You wouldn't, eh?
And then I'd kill you again? The hell? I'd do anything for you.
You're a scruffy-headed lout, Red McWraith, and I will never let you go. Over my dead body, mister.
Thought I was meant to be the soft-hearted one.
You are.
I think Charles was right. This thing in the meeting house could be what did he call it? A nightmare.
I really hope not. Such entities are legendary ghosts, even for Banishers. We'll see tomorrow. Now, to sleep. This was a dreadful day.
Poor Charles.
Poor Esther.
Aye, poor Esther.
Weird dream?
And Taya, she took her firebane. She says I'm the reckless one.
Find Anatea, landfall complete. Death to the dead.
Where are you? You're hardly in the meeting house, are you?
That looks cool. That actually looks really cool. So she's a lady in white, and she could
Who's
be.
there? Antea?
She could be represented by the moon too, right? The moon is white. That could be why it's like permanite. Now we're playing as red, yeah. I mean, I caught the part of the trailers that I guess spoils what's about to happen. Though I presumed at the time that
Why would you go up there alone?
if they said it in the trailer, it wouldn't be that big of a spoiler. But so far, it feels like something they shouldn't have revealed in the trailer. But I mean, hey, I mean, they're the storytellers, I guess. That's closed by governor's decree. This part of town. Alright, this part of town is closed. It's like there's like one house back there. The hell?
Open. Antea! Don't suppose you spectres have seen Antea, have you?
Is our torching at least attached to something? It doesn't really seem like it. Why would they do that? First of all, why would you carry this on your back? That makes no sense to begin with. But why would they not at least have like a thing you attach it to? Such a weird like lack of attention to detail. I'm gonna start just spamming the button. Oh yeah.
You're the boss and all, but you could have included me.
Can I confirm you can't just spam the button? There's a pond up on the hill. Can we photo mode here to like cheat and look inside? That's cool. We cool if you just saw her standing there.
Three blind mice. See how they run, red. Run. See how. Three blind mice. See how they run. See how they.
Antea?
Blind. All blind. Red, can't you see? We never stood a chance.
Antea? You hurt? Where are you? I'm here, my love. What happened?
Should be blind now. Oh, she is.
here, my love. How mundane.
Show yourself!
God came to the man in a dream and said, "Behold, thou art dead." But the man had done nothing wrong and said,
Lord, wilt thou also slay the righteous?
What?
"Will you slay the righteous?"
Be not alarmed. I bring you aid.
There is no aid. There is only dereliction.
Where's Antea? What have you done with her? Hellsballs. Lady, if you hurt her...
You cling to love, a fool to the last. There is no love. There is only defilement.
No.
Is this Charles's sister's... Charles's wife's sister, maybe?
Antea!
Oh.
Your lover will betray you too!
We are not your enemy.
Oh! Your journey has ended.
Three blind mice. Three
Alright, guys.
blind mice.
I don't want to skip cutscenes, we'll just watch that again.
Betrayer! I believe you failed! Again!
We only wish to speak with you.
Oh!
So gullible! You will suffer like I do!
There's no need to fight.
I cannot be hurt!
Oh.
Betrayer! I believe you failed! Again!
We are not your...
Ah!
So tired.
Yo, Mocha, what's up? This is Banishers. It's the new Don't Node game that released this
blind
year.
mice. Three
Earlier this year. I don't know how... When did this release? Like in March?
blind mice.
Why did it be that old?
See how they
Might be like a
run.
couple of
See
months old.
Betrayer! I believe you failed! Again!
There's no need to fight.
You will suffer like I do!
We are not your enemy.
I can barely feel a thing!
My love, forgive me.
I finished Elden Ring DLC. Yes, I finished that on Tuesday. So now we're playing. We take a little shorter game break before we jump into Baldur's Gate 3.
See how they run.
You too will be consumed.
Turns out this game is going to be harder to play than Elden Ring was,
We
though.
are not your enemy.
That's not a lot of damage.
Betrayer!
Ah,
I believe you failed again!
that's a lot of these.
Your luck won't last!
Luck.
Betrayer! I believe you failed again!
There's no need to fight.
You think that's a checkpoint?
Where's Antea? If you laid a finger on her...
You'll what? Come to her aid? There is no aid. There is only... retribution.
Give him back.
How touching. You come to claim your man. You think you love him. You do not. There, in the dark of your marrow, there is no love. Only betrayal. I offer you a trade. He stays and you leave with your life.
I'll bargain with no ghost.
You have a brain, yet you think with your idiot heart. You're weak. Will you come to her aid now, when all is lost? If you do, I'll be waiting.
The icy ocean made a diamond from his grief, then buried it in his heart. The weight of his failure dragged him down. Outside time, drowning in the gloom, he spoke her name.
The title drop. I wonder if they both died.
Take me instead, he screamed, soundless, to the cold and silent waters. Out beyond the black veil of death, something heard his cries and reached for him.
Let her go. Take me instead. Let her go!
Ah, you're awake.
That was very real.
Who are you?
She who rescued you. Tended you for days on end. Weeks, maybe.
Weeks? Oh, God. What have I done?
Get your strength back before you beat yourself up.
She's dead.
Yes. That's why you're here. And why I was sent to look after you.
Your girlfriend is pretty cute. I love that hairstyle.
Who are you? I feel like we've met, but I'm sure we have not. I feel like I know you forever, but do I?
You're confused. It's normal. You've been near killed by a nightmare, you've lost your beloved, and now you've a witch by your sickbed.
A witch?
Witch. I go by Seeker. Find the Banisher, said my mistress. Tend him, and answer any questions he asks you before you leave him be. So, how do you feel?
Does it matter?
Of course it matters. Means you're alive, and you haven't given up.
I'm actually excited for Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. I sure face that it sounds mildly insulting. I'm especially excited for Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. I don't think that sounds insulting. I think, I mean, it would be unusual if you were excited for literally every game that I play. A lot of the stuff that I play is probably going to be stuff that most people don't care about, right? It's definitely with other people's streams, like at least like 70% of the time, it's like, I don't care about this. Even games I play sometimes, I'm like, I don't care about watching this again. Like, that's whatever. Well, this is the part that they in the trailers they if I don't care, I make my displeasure known. All right, Jace. They revealed in the trailer that your waifu dies, which seems like a weird choice now in hindsight. Because I mean that was fast, but it wasn't fast enough that I feel like they should have done that. Who sent you?
Who sent you?
Her name is Ceridian, and my hands and words are hers. Beyond that, don't burden yourself.
It actually feels like a weird narrative choice, especially in 2024. Yeah, like, maybe... hey, Linz, what's up? Maybe for like an extended gameplay trailer or something, because I mean, for the gameplay, they would have to show you playing as Red. That's what I saw some of that, right? Because obviously that's going to be the main bulk of the gameplay. But for like because I only watched the first trailer for this game where they announced it. That's all I watched. I think they revealed that there. The position they annotate as the protagonist make you play her to build up empathy, and yeet, she's dead now, we play as the white guy. What's this bait and switch? Yeah, which would have been cool, right? It would have been like, wait, what? Could have been a cool moment. Hello, Lens, how are you doing? Who is she?
Serhadin. This little seeker who asked you to find me, is she Scots or something?
It's Ceridian. She's too old to be from anywhere in particular, and while yes, I found you, she told me where to look.
I also really dislike when protagonists get swapped. Red got very little screen time and now is... Well, I don't mind that. I think that's fine. I mean, especially with how little that was. It was like an hour and a half, basically. That's fine. But in my head, Anachea is me. Oh god, Dwalish just died. Just got back home after listening to some classical Ryukyuan music. And now time for the Elden Ring. Cool. Are you playing the DLC already, or did you start a new character? What's the deal? How much in Deadlock streams? No, I haven't. But I'm not too interested in Deadlock. Just because I don't feel like playing any PvP games right now. They just fridged the poor woman to give you motivation. It's 1980s all over again. Well, my presumption is that with the story just revealing that in the trailers, the point isn't to give you motivation. The point is not for that to be a driving thing throughout the game. Not my kind of game, but it's cool. Yeah, like if I intended to play any multiplayer game right now, like competitive, it would definitely be Deadlock for sure. Wanted to start a new save, but it was like, meh, don't really feel like going through 100 hour gameplay before I get to DLC, so I just continued my first character. Cool. Sorry, like already in there then.
This nightmare, how it spoke, how it tore right through. I've never seen the like of it.
Few have. Fewer have lived to tell of it.
What drew such a powerful spirit here?
Who knows? Something awful, I don't doubt.
The worst angers rise from the most terrible wrongs. A friend said that. He was trying to warn us.
An immutable law. You have wise friends.
I'm about 50% done. Oh, and I only wants to play Concord for legal purposes as a joke. What legal purposes? I'd play Concord. I'd probably have fun with it. So far I spent half my time trying to reach an area in a dungeon that was not even reachable through that dungeon. So there's that. Cool. I had some of those moments too.
What am I to do now? How do I do it alone?
You're not alone. Have faith. If Ceridian had told me more, I'd tell you it. But you must have faith.
What if she said this is like a fae? He just said harder done.
Have faith, you say, that you do not know me. Easy said, harder done.
What comes easy in life tends not to matter. It's the hard stuff that counts. You've a hole in you. A yawning, grimacing pit in your soul. That's love, that is. The hole won't fill because the love won't die.
God, what have I done?
Here's the thing. Unlike most, you get a second chance. I suggest you seize it.
If you wait till next week, you could be top 100 players in the... Someone already made that joke, Dwalius. That joke was already made on Reddit. This morning I finally reached Sadira. Cool. That's awesome. Are you having a good time so far? Why do you aid me?
Why do
Top
you
50.
aid me?
I serve my mistress. She bids me help you, so I help you. Ceridian says the wall between the living and the dead is under threat. You, it seems, have a part to play. This is mine.
You've lost me.
No, I found you. But so did your grief. And it demands to be felt. You may think you're done with your ghosts, Red McCraith. But they aren't done with you. I'll go now. Rest. Why ever my mistress saved you, she has good reasons. The best.
Where are you going?
Home. To Ceridian. She needs me.
Where shall I find you if... or when I need to?
Maya Marshes. Great big swamps other side of the woods. You can't miss them. We'll know when you're coming.
Until we meet again, then.
That's right, Banisher. Now, turn around.
What?
I'm leaving.
The hell?
Is this Hellblade 2 but good? Wait a second. Yeah, but that's all for reposting content. I can't believe they went for this goofy ass torch on your back thing. What a dumb decision. think I murdered it. It was a mosquito. I have no idea where it ended up.
I don't know what this is, but I'm staying away from it.
They're, constellations. You know constellations. Exorison, an exorcism, from the old Greek root Ailmon, a wanderer, to the Latin exulo, an exiler, to the Frankish banjan, an exiler or banisher. The wandering exiler, the banisher. In ancient Greece was there the Metrigiartes, a cult of wandering beggar priests. From place to place went they, singing songs and banging drums, that the spirits of the dead be calmed, or set free, or exiled. This they did in honor of the long-dead Trachean magician Orpheus, he whose love for Eurydice was so powerful that he followed her through the land of the dead and into the abyss, won her freedom, and near brought her back. As the world grew, so too did the knowledge of these sons and daughters of Orpheus, but some did not embrace the new wisdom. They learned not and remained forever beggar priests. Through shapes and patterns seen and heard, from antiquity to modern times, these wanderers used the hidden laws of the universe to the gates and to open the gates and send the spirits of the dead away. To serve the living, the banishers destroy the dead. But they know little. They have forgotten their parentage. They have lost touch with we who see the colors and the shades of all, the light and all the dark, the good and the bad in everything, living and dead. The banishers have their use, yes, as a hammer has its use when driven a nail must be. But the hammer does not care about the plank or the nail, nor does it understand it is made of the same wood and iron. The banishers know nothing of the hem, for they are not, and might never be, one of us. They do not stand between the world of women and men and everlasting darkness. They do not minister to the dead so that the living may live. They do not know, for they are not witches. They are yet the children of Orpheus, and they do not look back. From letters to Theano by Mother Sifton. I also found out that 2 mandatory courses overlap, so trying to figure out what the heck to do with that. How can they overlap with their mandatory? That doesn't make any sense. How does that work? They can't have 2 mandatory courses that overlap. Doesn't even such a mouthful of a title. It's very I don't know. I feel like they wanted it to be called Banishers, but Banishers maybe too generic or maybe copyrighted or something, so they have to go with something else. But it's one of those titles that feel very cheap to me, you know what I mean? Like anytime you have like the what are they called again? What do you call in language? What are these called again? But whenever you have those, it always just feels a little bit cheap to me. Yeah, like the undertitle, you're like... I emailed the teacher in charge, and the answer was like, this is mandatory course and no other course should overlap with it. Yeah. They should have named it something a little more short and to the point, like a Red Dead Redemption. That makes no sense. My friends and I tried to make a quick joke and ended up dissected because they didn't get to the punchline. Dude, you typed the punchline a minute later. Also, what's the punchline supposed to be? Red Dead Redemption goes off the lips way better. How about you put the punchline in your original thing, huh? Oh. He's red, his girlfriend's dead, and he also... Okay. Nice. Good meme. Good. That's I'll give that a 9 out of 10 joke, like a 7 out of I'll give like a 6 out of 10 execution.
Where am I?
Well, you can just look on the map. Where are we? What the hell? A paragraph was sniped by Lynn's mandatory core shenanigans. I mean, I bet we'll learn to teleport from the witch with these eventually. Are we just playing better Hellblade? Everything is better Hellblade. Well, Hellblade 2, to be clear. I mean, this is basically just the start of Hellblade 2, right? Senua could be his ancestor, yeah. Why not? I bet I'll get a gun eventually. I can shoot to that.
Damn it. What am I doing here?
Sorry? You should be sorry about anything. I mean, they can't have two mandatory courses overlapping though, right? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, that would be the school's fault if that's the case. That'd be like my workplace saying like, Endaline, we need you to be here, but also here at the same time. It's like, oh, okay, sure. They give you free time turners when you start the semester. Alright, just take this course, reverse time. That's an interesting use of like time travel. Like if you wanted to conceptualize a version of the world where time travel is it's not only real, but it's very, very easy to do. Besides for the email to the professor in charge, I mean, classes start Monday. I don't know if they can change much. I mean, they would have to, though. What else are they supposed to do? If one was an optional class, then sure, then that would be on you, right? But if only I had noticed this 3 weeks ago, I mean, it's not up to you to notice it anyway. And that's on the school, right? A mandatory grammatical course and Japanese course. Yeah, but that doesn't. If they're mandatory, that doesn't really change anything, right? Mandatory is mandatory. I'm Japanese major, so I can't really skip my Japanese classes. I don't like this little, like, you can see where they put... Oh, it's supposed to be a map, okay, never mind. It looked like you can see where the seam was for the textures, but I think it's supposed to be like a map. Okay, so I can't actually get up here, right? So this is like a place for later too, I guess. Yeah.
God, fella, now's not the time.
Oh. Wolves. Can I banish wolves? That's right. 3 character puts enemies out of sight. I feel like I should have gotten this tip like way earlier, but sure. Green is incoming possession, orange incoming projectile, red is incoming.
What? Come on, you mongrels!
What in the hell am I doing?
Started watching your Elden Ring worlds, but I didn't even make it to the DLC before I fell asleep. I mean, I did do a bunch of reminiscing and lore things before we went to the DLC. It took me like an hour or two, I think. That's fair. I hope you enjoy watching the VODs. That's part about watching the VODs. You can just skip to the good parts. You can be like, alright, let me see this.
Bloody living soul here.
Let me see this boss. Let me see that boss. For any person's VODs that I watched off, I wish I could have watched it live though, yeah, I mean, that happens. There will always be Elden Ring 2. I thought this doesn't show you what you've used already. Or like what like what's new. It just throws everything in there, so I don't know like what I've read before. Also does not know how to counter 2. They do, Dark Souls 2. Armored Core 2. There's a Gaval doesn't know how to counter 3. Ooh, Alpha Wolf. They put me in the game? What the hell?
Away with you!
If it's a little bit clumsy, like it's hard to like keep on target sometimes for some reason.
Leave me alone!
What is happening? What? Antea?
If I was let's say I'd replay Vampire, all this nostalgia. We'll play Vampire at some point. But they only got Dark Souls 2 because some random third party team worked on it. Then they could come back and do 3 therefore skip 2. He's crying, that means he's not a real man. True. That's very base of you. I don't care if they can count to make Tenchu reboot with some Sekiro gameplay. Which one's Tenchu again? That sounds familiar. You haven't lived. They to have stabbed a rich man through the floor of his rich house. Tenshu. I don't have Firefox open. I don't have Firefox open. Get a fire starter. I love the fire round up. And two. Ow. This isn't the game Shosha put on my list, is it? Oh, it is. Yeah, Shosha put this on my list. He put Tenshu Shinobi Gaisen on here. Is that what we're talking about? Oh. 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 Oh, spoilers. Oh, spoilers. Oh, there we go. Close these two. Close that. Don't close this. You're not gonna remember. I only played Tenchu Z, but I assume they're all similar. Hey, maybe we'll find out. I don't think that's on my wheel because I didn't want to put emulator games there, and that's an emulator game, I think. One and two were good. Were those made by FromSoft? Didn't play all the third one. They got it right at some point. Gotcha, okay.
So cold. So cold. Where am I?
Oh, there! Antea! Oh, God.
This isn't happening. This can't be happening.
The wish of the Silver Children.
Antea! Call me to you!
Where am I?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry!
I just saw that Sekiro started as a brainstorming for a new Tenchu game. I mean, that's probably possible, I assume. I haven't played them, but I mean, based on the few screenshots I looked at, I can see that.
I'm here! Lead me to you!
I'm here. my god.
Spectres. Here. Antea, are you there?
Have I learned how to level up yet? No. That was creepy. Her in the fountain or in the waterfall.
Antea.
What am I supposed to?
Hold on, I'm coming.
Am I not allowed to? Oh.
Right here. My love. Right here. Tis you. No!
I have you.
You have me.
Come.
No, don't go.
I'm here. Follow me.
Shadow Man. What about the stuff over there though? How do I get there? Probably another way.
Where are you going?
Over here.
Oh.
I have you.
I'm right here. Where are you? You seem weak. You need rest.
I feel hollow. Do not be troubled.
How could I not be? To have lost you and found you like this. And you're hungry.
That's one way to say it. Yes.
What can I do?
Charles's Bible. The tie that bound his ghost. Some essence remains upon it. For now, it will do me. I needed this. I feel better.
Look at you. At us.
I know.
Don't get me wrong. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're back. Truly.
The living should not truck with the dead. I've known that since childhood. I learned the hard way.
You never told me this. What happened?
It was a lifetime ago. For now, it doesn't matter.
Are you still hungry? How are you feeling?
How are you feeling?
Awful.
And with a few more words?
Angry, frustrated, useless. We should talk about what happened. After the meeting house, I mean.
What do you remember?
What do you remember from after you died?
I remember the suddenness of my death.
I remember nothing but...
After that, a nothingness. Timeless, lost. And then I heard you. You spoke my name. I searched for a way back.
I woke up in a cave. Been rescued by a young woman named Seeker. A witch's apprentice. She was proud to tell me that. Her mistress had sent her to take care of me.
Witches rarely show themselves. Intriguing that one would help us.
We learned some information, like, from what we gathered earlier, I think we can pretty succinctly just say that this is not Antea, right? Just because she was so vehemently against this concept of like someone returning as a ghost or being a ghost. And by not being her, I don't mean that it's an imposter. I mean that whatever this like remnant of her spirit is or whatever is probably has more to do with Red than it has to do with her. Like it's misguided. It's not like the real. Sounded different parts to me better imagining it. I mean, it could also be an imposter for sure. But we can assume it's not who she was in real life, in life. All right, who she was when she was living. This is definitely not her. We should go back to New Eden.
I think we should go back to New Eden Town.
I agree. To free me, I believe we must reclaim my body.
Okay.
I refuse to be this way. I'll not abide it.
I'm so sorry, my love. How can I help?
Oh, yeah.
I'm a ghost. You're a banisher.
I'll not banish you. I cannot, Antea. So you die. You can't ask that of me.
If that's what I wanted, you'd have no choice.
But you don't wish it, do you?
Not before I've had my revenge. Not before I've seen the nightmare defeated. By you and me both.
Could I give you your assent? Could I bring you back?
In the schoolhouse, he joked about bringing me back to life. Is that possible?
Yes. The ritual of lesser palingenesis. It's extremely difficult. Highly dangerous.
I could try, right? You'd teach me and I'd bring you back.
Red. It's an ancient ritual. It requires power. It consumes essence in large quantities. We're talking about human sacrifice. Murder.
Not if he sacrificed himself.
Maybe we could consider it. I mean, if there's the slightest chance I could bring you back, I'd take it.
It's a dark ritual, Red. It's tempting, and that's dangerous. To think of being back in your arms. I'm tempted too.
Could I give you your assent?
Could I give you your assent?
That would be the simplest solution, but not the easiest.
Why?
My body is my tie, and the nightmare still holds it.
in the meeting house, but before she let me fall, I swear she dared me to come back.
She's as devious as she is powerful. She won't just hand it over.
Then what shall we do?
If we are to return to New Eden Town, we must first learn more about our enemy.
Charles said nightmares don't appear without good reason.
Yes, we have a mystery to solve, witches to meet, people to find, and questions to ask. And then you'll help me go, one way or another.
I will. I swear it, Mother.
Rest. You need it. I'll stay close.
Ooh. Antea has unlocked her first manifestation, Unveil. Each manifestation gives access to a new threshold, increasing Antea's potency. As they are bound together, Antea and Red share the same evolution tree. You can unlock Antea's presence with essence and Red's talent with skill points. You may fairly change your mind about them along your journey. Nice. Let's see the world from the other side of the veil and uncover ethereal elements such as spectral veins or webs. In combat, and can deal increasing damage to corpses. The Unveil manifestation has been unlocked after the consumption of essence. 1 second. Sorry, this is Hellblade 3. Hellblade, Red's Sacrifice. I mean, so far more compelling than Hellblade 2 for sure. Because we have 2 skill points. Oh. I want to see if I could like go back to that menu. I mean, what Antea is doing here is very much what she wouldn't want to do, right? She has her reason. She needs to stay because she needs to see this through. She needs to see this nightmare through. She also allows you to upgrade your equipment via the inventory menu. Cool. Oh, this is cool. I like this. Evolution. Ancient Banisher. The fourth light attack triggers a punch that ignores resistance. Okay. Concoction charges by 1. Each enemy hit by light attack is light attack by 10. This effect can be cumulative resets on being hit. Okay, that seems really good. All of these are cool. This is great so far. These are all cool. I like all of these. Oh, area of effect. I like that a lot. Number is increased by. I do think getting a little health potion would be really, really nice. I have 2 points though, so we can kind of. I think that and this for now. Resilience officially a mid perk. It's called Pocket of Holding. I need to read those. Powder Keg, Swift Banish, Tag Team. Invigorate, Unrelenting, Assault, Resilience. Ah, yeah, Resilience. I think when I get 1 more point, I'd go for this thing, the Powder Keg. Upgrading equipment improves their bonuses, but requires resources. You can access the upgrade menu by hovering equipment slot and pressing X. Melee attack damage is increased by 5%. Upgrade. Oh, this is X. Oh. By pressing Twitter. What a good name change that was, huh? What an excellent name change. And then more spectral dust. Cool. I can upgrade this. Health recovery, spirit recovery. Sure. A translucent fiber. My Bane ring. Oh, that's her Bane ring. Banish damage, banish points gained. Sure. Rifle. Force a nugget. The hell? And enemies will respawn. Oh, okay, cool. I don't care what enemies are respawning right now. Didn't read the I can read the Bane ring or lore, sure. I didn't think about that. I got the Despondent when the inventory tab didn't have a way to discern new items from old items. Where do I see the lore? Overworn clothes made of the warmest wool of Scottish sheep. If standing a little too close, you may smell the faint scent of fodder, smoke, and manure. What? I don't think that shouldn't be stuck on the clothes, even if it's been a while. The small holes drilled through the blade can hold Bane powder. When Firebane's mechanism is triggered, it prompts a fast and ruthless ignition, dangerous to ghosts. This specific blade was made from the remnants of a shorter one, engraved with the crest of the Mac Wraith clan and the name Iofi. A decoction of different spices of holy used by Banishers to increase ardor in their fights against specters. And a tale learned of this specific blend during her investigation of a haunted corsair ship in the Cashban of the Udaeus. Red's first Bane ring, crafted for him by Charles Davenport, allowing him to interact with the invisible. The worn leather covering the inside of the ring serves as protection against the necrosis of the flesh, a long-term side effect of banishing spirits. Oh, that's cool. How'd I use my waifu's vision?
On to New Eden. Whichever way it lies. We'll need provisions. Going for the basics.
We'll manage. Together.
Together. Whenever. We're Force and Nugget together.
What the hell happened here?
Demonologist note, 14th September. During one of our explorations of these new lands on which we first set foot many years ago, Angarad and I discovered a new place, a special place, a cave, hidden behind a waterfall where none would find it. A strange feeling of lightness drew us to it, as though the veil between the incarnate and the invisible was as thin as the finest French silk. From the chamber emanated the power of the other world. Surely we thought this was a fine place for ritual experimentation. The cave was larger than we had first thought, containing a multitude of galleries. Angarad and I decided to take young Shelley along with us to continue our exploration. Pleasant but ungifted, his father insisted that he trained with experienced occultists. What a surprise it was when we found the mushrooms we needed for our rituals growing on the walls. We set about collecting them while I drew the symbol and prepared the ritual. We felt our power magnified tenfold. One page missing. 18th September. The cave is vast and dangerous. I heard whispers in the darkness. Something watches us. Neither Belden nor Shelley can hear them, or so they say. But something lurks, I'm sure of it. Perhaps I'm wrong. Perhaps the fever I had some weeks ago yet lingers. Last night I caught young Shelley watching us sleep. He was talking to himself. It was unnerving.
I see no bodies. Maybe the wolves took him.
Can you not see the symbols on the wall?
No.
Take my hand. I want to try something.
What if I want to look here first, though? Yo, Saturn, what's up?
Demonologists and their shabby rituals. Whoa. Is that possible through our bane rings?
They allow us to connect the invisible and the incarnate. Through this bond, what I see I bestow on you.
Oh. It does. It didn't even change characters. I can still play both.
Let me.
Let's say respect to webs and reveal shrouded objects and places. This is Red's actually lovely. Yeah, it's pretty good.
All these years, the things we must have missed.
The dead hide more.
A key to the equipment of missing demonologists found inside the Mystic Caves.
From the living than we thought. This is going to be helpful.
Looks like a concoction of some sort. That's a Elden Ring arc. That's an Elden arc. Those kind of Mesopotamian. Oh god. Question is, do I go back with this vision and see if I miss something? I know at least one place. Like we'll check the place right down here where we came from. That respawned. Like right here. Oh god, it's all the way back there. Well, we gotta come back here later anyway. Let's... Mughalli's Empire, 4th century. Yeah. Whatever that is. Oh, you can fight us both too. That's kinda cool. Oh god, why? Ancient Indian superpower.
Did you feel that?
It's close.
How close between the 2 days or oh my god. That was very God of War. Like when Kratos knocks his hand through the chest. And hasn't heard about the Great Kalinga War. With some respect to Ahsoka's name. Oh, from Star Wars. Yeah, I'm still watching Clone Wars. I haven't watched her thing yet. Ahsoka and Civ 7. Oh, they modded her in, or is it like a cross promotion with that deal?
I can help.
They never learn, do they?
We can fight them together.
Press R to run punch the and more times. Because the corpses, I can do count out the spirit points there. Oh, okay, so I can't like just do that anymore.
They're feeding off their own rage.
To all things housed in Earth's island, nature of Earth of island.
Sit down.
We did it.
We did. Thank you.
I wasn't much use.
You were. I promise. You'll get better. Things will get better.
Is it peaceful or blood? Oh, bloodthirster shotgun. I'm not sure yet. I saw a glimpse of the save. Oh, true. Save 7 isn't out yet. Yeah. Just an ounce. Did they give a release date for that? Did they say like coming to consoles? Oh, no. This is the place I was trying to get to when I was running back. I was like, ah, there was a place over there. They just mostly irrelevant. Probably gonna drip feed us info until release. Nature of Earth's island. I'm a wolf. What does this bring up this now instead of bringing up the map? March 17th. Oh, okay. That's not too bad.
Something's here.
Hogging all the fun.
Have a bit of this.
Dave, should do collabs have Emphyr lead Nilfgaard? Hey, I mean, would be a good game for it, right? Be a lot of money on that. Well, then people start crying about historical accuracy. They'll be like, shit is about historical accuracy! They'll be like, oh yeah, like that time Gandhi nuked Germany. Or like, yeah, that's historical accuracy. A weight sits on my chest. The cave roof looms over me like a colossus. It is not like me. I will explore the cavernous depths. Angarad disagrees, fearing a fall into a crevice or some other fatal mishap. I reassured him that I am an experienced and capable explorer, as was my father before me. Shelley wishes to join the party. I don't trust the boy. I don't like the way he looks at me. He wishes to follow me into the depths of something inside me screams no. One page missing. I sicken. My organs burn, my body withers, I will die. Yeah! Yeah. Such is the price of knowledge, we occultists say, but I regret if I had known what suffering awaited, I would have turned us back, doused us in the icy waterfall, and left, burying the cave deep in my memory. May the demonic effluvia from our ritual take them all.
They always end up mucking
Khal
around
Drogo
with
lead
black
that through
magic.
yeah.
Always.
License to print money, we can finally settle the debate of who would win, a fight Space Marines or the US Marines. What debate? Who debates that? I'm gonna go grab my food. Did I see Balatro collabs? No. Where are they collabing? Wait, I did see something, but I can't remember what it was. Was it Dave the Diver? I can't remember. Upgrade. The silver beads of this necklace are engraved with delicate symbols supposed to protect the incarnate from hostile spirits. Oddly enough, it actually protects spirits from the incarnate. Okay. Repair the shelters. Episode is Dave Among Us, Witcher. What are they getting, like exclusive cards or? I'll be right back. Come at me, brah. What are you gonna do, huh? But you're gonna do nothing. Jesus Christ. Hero, my name is Lilith, and I'm not a devil in disguise. I'm the only great hero. Indeed. He has 2 hands on his penis, and it goes. Look. Like, my entire body feels so good. That was a good meme. That was a 10 out of 10 meme. Might as well if you can't leave. Alright. Miranda, give me your dreams. Bum 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 bum.
I'll use my persona.
Your persona, you mean?
Feel my rage.
I am thou.
And thou art I. Where's Solid Lux? I don't think Lux is there. Lux is very sneaky anyway, so if she was there, I probably wouldn't even notice her presence. That's like that. She's actually like Solid Snake, basically. She's a very, very sneaky dog, which is very, very hard to see. Because she like, if you're talking about stealth games, she can actually just like appear anywhere, and no one would know better, basically. Oh, it is down there.
There ain't no reason to tie me like this.
God damn it. Nice flip, Jesus.
Yep.
Different kids? Huh? Different kids? Ow! Hard done. Oh, new Joker Saga. Oh. Oh. Now the camera's facing me. Alright. Alright. Is this game gonna go crazy when I tab out of it? Is it one of those games? Let's do a little bit.